What is this particular bit of code equipment going to do for your talent?
Yeah, so what it is, we've heard a lot about Cloud Code and coding agents and so on, but what they do, they're kind of like interns that can write code for you. That's great, but how do you get that code into production? And for that, you need to be sure that, nothing's going to go wrong, that you can measure it, and so on. So Genie Code is really about how do you actually get your code into production, how do you measure the data pipelines that power all of the dashboards that you see, and how do you even start building AI models. So what Genie Code can do is it can build a machine learning model for you that can predict prices or estimate, how much you're going to sell of this. And it can do this, itself. It just goes, builds machine learning models, iterates on them, does a lot of the things that data scientists previously had to do themselves. It just automates all of that for you.
And it's not getting things incorrect. As the work continues, there's still been a lot of concern that these things are hallucinating the longer term that they work. Yeah,
this is a big problem in the industry. So with this is like one piece of the puzzle is what I talked about. The other piece of the puzzle is we also acquired a company called Quotient. Right. And these are the folks behind GitHub Copilot's quality measurement. So there are folks focused on quality measurement, making sure that they can do monitoring of how things are going. So this is the other piece of the puzzle, so that we can actually do that. So that when you launch these things and they're running, how can we oversee it to make sure that nothing is going wrong? Or it's sort of, if it's going off track, we can stop it, restart it. So that's equally important, maybe even more important than the first part.
Ali, it's great to have you back on Bloomberg Tech. Like, taking in aggregate, launch of Genie Code, acquisition of Quotient, how much at this stage for Databricks is it about product diversity, kind of broadening the offering or suite or platform for your customers?
Yeah, I mean, that's super important, right? Because the space is moving so fast. And, I think 6 months ago, we were talking about things that were auto-completing code to now everybody has agents that can write the code. So the question is, how do we actually make the code that has been written into production, make sure that they're powering up everything inside of the enterprise, and making sure that we're monitoring it, making sure that we can actually start doing more interesting things with it. Can we build AI models automatically for the business that can predict the business? To complete that puzzle and have all the different puzzle pieces, you have to expand. So it is about that, and that's why Quotient and also Genie Code have been added to this.
How defensive was that move? I think about the interesting cursor right now, what Claude is offering on Anthropic through the coding side, your awareness of the battlefield in AI.
Yeah, I mean, those are great partners and customers that we work with, and we use actually Cursor and we use Cloud Code internally at Databricks as well.
You do, yeah.
We do. But those things, they focus on how can we help software engineers? What Genie Code really can do is it brings it to the knowledge worker, the people that create your dashboards inside of an organization, and they make sure that your revenue numbers are correct, or the people that make sure that the data that's coming in every day into the organization is correct, nothing breaks, there's not an outage, you don't have like a blue screen, the dashboard is out and you can't see it, or the people that are building machine learning models that can predict your prices or your costs, or doing risk assessment with machine learning models. It automates that portion, so it's sort of very complementary to Cloud Code and Cursor.
And Replit. And I'm interested in vibe coding, like we're all talking about it. And indeed, you've got some slightly less technical talent inside your business who are using Replit. And in fact, Databricks Ventures invested in Replit as of today. So how are you seeing the adoption of AI agents? What does it mean actually for the strength of your data business?
Yeah, so that's a great point. So Genie Code is really for data scientists, for data engineers. These are people the knowledge worker that understands data. At Databricks, we have 10,000 employees. About 4,000 of them are in this category that they're quite technical, and Genie Code will help them. But we have 6,000 people that are sitting in marketing or in HR or in finance, and they don't have those technical skills. Replit is excellent. They love it. It's just these are people that would never otherwise even touch code, and they're now using Replit themselves, and they're building things that actually work. And the best part of it is, whenever you build a piece of software that works with Replit, it uses a database behind the scenes. And actually, we have very deep partnership with them. So it uses our Lakebase offering behind the scenes. So it uses that database that we offer, which is perfect for these kind of agentic tools. So I think Replit is really amazing for democratization to the broader masses, the people that you would never imagine would write a single line of code.
Hey, Ali.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We just got 30 seconds. I've got to ask you, where are we on Databricks' path to the public markets?
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask. Look, I don't think right now is the best time to be public, so I'm pretty happy to be private at this very moment, right, with everything that's going on in the markets. we are really excited about what we can do with AI. As you can see, we're doing all these acquisitions, we're investing, we're hiring people. So we're focused on this long-term revolution that's happening with AI, rather than having to be bogged down about EBITDA and what's happening in the market today. So we will be public, but I don't think now is a very good time.